Islam Morris, peace and love. Pax et amor, dias and bonum. I was meaning to do this live yesterday, around 6 o'clock. As you know, that didn't happen. I was hypothecated by my twin sister, and we were out chilling all day, so that's why we didn't see the live yesterday. I was like out all day, doing much needed relaxation with my my lovely sister. Anyway, I was going to call and talk to you about, we received a very hefty donation to get us back in business from a Moorish American national who is Kenneth L. Bay, Islam, and thank you, Pax et amor, for your gracious gift. Now, it was interesting because the gift was getting us back on processing nationality identification cards. And the machine that we have been needing the donations for, as well as getting the consul post back in running, which we still need donations. So please, Moors, continue to send those donations in so we can complete this reestablishment of the post head northeast Amexem, which is headed up by Sharon, Tracey, Gale. So we are resuming. However, he made a hefty donation, and we were only short 300 to the goal. So if you can cover that 300 for the identification machine to clear that so we can be back in business, definitely please send your donations. You can either send them through email, through PayPal, because I know some people say they can't get through with the link, which is the PayPal me / Ruth the Moabitess. So when people use that, or you can use Cash at me with the $, and then it's MAC Northeast. I'm gonna put it in the comment section down when I have a couple of minutes to put that information down. But the machine is on its way, and there were individuals clearing it. So any additional donations, because he made a very hefty donation, we'll be back in business. We are back in business processing nationality identification cards in the Northeast region. Now, there are many other individuals doing this as well. I've highlighted the ones that I'm aware of, that I've actually sanctioned in the Northeast, which is the individuals that were in the comment section. What else did I want to say? So it was a hefty donation. We're back in business. You can resume sending your nationality declarations to the Northeast, as well as your ID requests as well. But remember, do the nationality process of declaring and proclaiming your nationality before you do your ID request, because we usually put the recording, we usually put the we usually put the MAC number, the Moorish American Consulate record number, on your nationality identification cards. So make sure you do the nationality first, because there's a space on the order form that requests you put your MAC number. So please make sure you get those. If you haven't received your MAC numbers, please send in a follow-up email to whoever you originally sent your request to, so we don't have a duplication of MAC numbers being processed. So if you've already received your MAC documents, your MAC record numbers, please send an email letting us know that, so we know not to duplicate that information. So we're not doing an Islam Brandi multiple times. What else do I want to talk about? There's going to be class this Sunday, 1:30 to 4:30 at the Free Havertown Library, Havertown, Pennsylvania. Corporate address. I'll post that later in the comment section as well. I don't have it offhand at the moment. Islam. It's going to be live, and the topic of discussion will be the the reconveyance of your Moorish estate into your private allodial trusts, as well as back into your hands. So that class, there's 2 actual classes that are going to be held on Sunday. Amara, a post head of Amore Bay, the post head in Canaan land, she will be having a class as well on Sunday to talk about the process of property possession, the process of property possession. And it's funny because somebody sent me a link earlier today or late last night where there was an Albion. You knew it was an Albion because she was speaking. And she was talking about, you know, fraudulent liens, and she was talking about a lot of different things, and I thought it was interesting because let me tell you, you think that bad news is bad press, but all news is good news, whether it's so-called attempting to be negative, but it's pushing nationality, it's pushing our Moorish government to the highways and byways. So we encourage Albions, even if they are lying, even if they are fraudulently very incompetent in their demonstrations because they're not coming with actual facts, they're coming with ideas. They have been able to propagate as well as manipulate, as well as hypothecate our estate because of their ability to go on the TV and lie to you straight to your face. And they can do that because most of our family members, our tribal members, don't read. Because you don't read and you don't know how to discern from negative, fraudulent, unlawful information to definitely validating anybody's claim. Every claim that I say, you validate because I can validate it for you. There is validation, there is confirmation, there is truth in everything that I say. And if there's a miss or correction, please, I command you to let me know so those corrections can be made, because I do not want to be spreading tell a lie vision, Islam, or fake news, which everybody likes to push. Now, I'm not going to talk about this individual's Facebook or YouTube page because I don't like to promote ignorant and incompetent Albions who, instead of warring against a nation that they can't war against absolutely at all, they should be getting their butts, their subject status, so they have a lawful position and standing here at Morocco. Because as a U.S. citizen or as a so-called citizens of the United States of America, you do not exist. You have to become subjects of the actual Moorish government. There is no other so-called status here at Morocco. So if you want standing here lawfully, you got to come through the Moorish Empire. You got to come through the Moorish government. There's a lot of hypothecation going on, and we're killing that with our liens. And everybody is jealous because they can't do that. They can't establish a lien. They can't sit here and shut something down. The only way they can shut you down is if you agree to be those nom de guerres. You agree to be a Negro, colored, black, or white individual who does not exist and only exists on paper, which is why all of these corporations will sit here and put a lien on you because you have denationalized yourself, giving them an opportunity to seize anything that you so-called own because you're property of them to begin with. So anyway, so definitely send donations in regards to the ID maker. Like I said, it's in process and it's on its way. One individual, one Moorish American national, made a very hefty, steep contribution towards that machine. I matched it to make sure we have that functioning very, very, very soon. So literally by the end of the week, we will be functioning, printing out nationality identification cards. And you absolutely know why we had to stop, because of the unlawful detainment of Sharon, Tracey, Gale, Moorish American National. That is me in the PLW camp, George W. Hill Correctional Facility. So know that was why things had to slow down. But keep in mind, everything that was in my post office box has been processed, except for the individuals that I had to put in the Felicia pile. And you will know who you are because I will let you know, so we can find out where in the process that you are in. Islam. In addition to that, I have already started the repossession process for my domicile, which is 1111 Yesharim Moabite Estate, formerly known as, well, it's not formerly known, I'm sorry, XREL 36 North Harwood. That is already in the process, and all the notifications, the first step of that process has already been done. So we are doing the processes. We all need to be doing this because this is the year to reestablish your ownership of your lands. Now, there's going to be a lot of programs that are going to come out, a lot of Albions and even your own brothers and sisters wearing turbans and fezzes that are going to try an attempt to deceive you, but you will not be able to be deceived if you get competence and knowledge in why you can and they cannot. They are promoting their propaganda. They're pushing all of their wards out there, whether they're Asiatic or Albion, to try and get you discouraged. Remember, the only way you can have fear is if you don't know knowledge and gain that for yourself. Knowing that you did not come here on a slave ship 500 years ago. They came in here on the slave ship 500 years ago. You were the sovereigns. You were here. That's why you have dominion, and read maxims of law. First in time, first in line. And not only first in time, first in line, and I'm just quoting and paraphrasing. Deeds are not ownership. Your deeds that you think that you have on these properties, these property names, these so-called corporate names, you need to rename or retitle your domicile and XREL that corporate name, XREL it by a lien. Lien that corporate name and give it and retitle it under your Moorish, under whatever Moorish title you want to make it. My domicile is 1111 Yeshua Moabite Moorish Estate, Northeast Amexem, Morocco, followed by the geographical latitude and longitude coordinates. This is how you slay Goliath. This is how you slay the beast of the misinformation that we have been subject to, because we went to their schools, and we have to acknowledge the fact that we have a lot of things going on. We have a lot of people coming out of those institutions, and they're very, very ignorant. A lot of us at one point were as ignorant because we thought that the United States was a country. We thought that the United States was a government. We thought that these county offices were the government, when they are the hypothecators of your vast estate, because you disagreed, we agreed to, or answer to those nom de guerres that they created when we were born. We didn't create them. Those contracts are not binding against you, and declaring and proclaiming your nationality is how you remedy the situation. You need old business and old name, do new business and new names. So Moors, claim your estate. If it's being occupied, if there's an Albion squatting in it, claim it and give them 30 days to get out. They have no jurisdiction. All those county offices, they are hypothecating your vast estate. The county offices are like a corporate version of your Moorish American consulate. So when you go in there, you're going there as they're standing as your trustee, because you went in there asking them for something when you have access to everything, because everything is yours. So again, Sunday, 1:30 to 4:30, we'll have a class on the process of possession of your lost estate. And it was only lost because you were lost and you were identifying as a nom de guerre, Islam. So that'll be Sunday. Make sure all of the files and all of the documents, all of the lawful documents and affidavits for that class are already in the file section of the Northeast Facebook group. Light Tajiri Bay, Vizier Light Tajiri Bay has sent an email blast out to you all. It's about 4 or 5 different documents along with supporting documentation. There's a specific document that was uploaded that was uploaded called, what was it called? Document recording numbers. I think it's called document recording numbers. Document recording numbers. That is a list of all the documents with their corresponding record numbers, and you can find them or you can locate them on the file section based on that number, because it's in the front of that document. There's an additional document, a credit document, I can't remember, affidavit of credit document that has been recently updated, and I have to add that to the file section and give it its own record number. It'll probably be the most recent record number, which I think is, I can't remember the number. I just don't want to misspeak as to what number that is. So please bear with me if you have pending processes or pending things that you sent to Northeast. Send me a text message at 610-803-1170, 610-803-1170. If your processes are still pending, like I said, I got all of the documents out. So if you sent me documents, they're already back on their way back to you. So definitely please send me the text message and let me know. Always remember, When you send a text message, state your appellation for the record, so I know who you are, contact information in terms of your email address, cell phone number, and then the request, so I know where to look, one, and where we are in your process. So you want to say, I, Sharon Tracey Gale, Moorish American National. Here's my phone number. Here's my email address. I sent you nationality recording documents to be recorded, and I need a status update for that request or command. And then you leave it at that, and I will get back to you. Okay, so that's the text message as well as the email. If you want to send a text message and the email, I prefer a text message because it's easier, it doesn't get lost, and I can do a search versus another email. Islam? Okay, witnessing. You already know how to do the witnessing. There you go. Yes, claim everything in your territory. Claim the whole geographical location of your particular territory. Claim the whole latitude, longitude, and and give it another title. 610-803-1170. But send me a text message with that corresponding information. I hope you guys wrote it down. I'm very particular because if you send me, Sharon, I sent you a request. I ain't gonna know what you're talking about. Anyway, Darius, Eugene, Bay, I sent you a bunch of stuff. You was in that pile, so you should have already gotten it by now. In Islam, if you haven't already gotten it, I don't know. But like I said, send the request. I don't send. Can we have them sent out? What sent out again, Darius? Darius, what do you want to have sent out again? Complete sentences. Can you resend out the documents, the lawful documents and affidavits for the process for possession of your allodial estate? Is that what you're asking me? Or are you talking about recording? Because I did go all over the place, and I do that. I do function that way because I just be thinking about a lot of stuff. And we'll resume our City Hall, because I said I was going to start City Hall as soon as the weather changed. We'll probably do that one day a week. Y'all tell me what day of the week y'all want Sharon to go to down to Philadelphia, Center City, to nationalize people. It usually should be around 12 o'clock in the afternoon. I don't know. I am catering to your abilities. So y'all let me know what day of the week should Sharon post up at City Hall, Waterfall, to nationalize Moors. So you let me know. Sundays is the class. I know we want to have a consul specific training class on Wednesday at the library, evening time. Thinking of that. Okay. His brother's documents, he's detained. Okay, you still ain't give me any information. Seriously, you just didn't say anything. Oh, oh, okay. Oh, that's his appellation. All right, send that in a text message. Why'd you put it here? Put it in a text message. You sent me an email. So what you're saying is you sent me an email requesting his record number so he can get his identification card. If you did that, send that request command in text message to 610. Yeah, we do. I have plans. We're gonna have a big event at my estate. We're gonna have a big event at 1111 Yeshua Moabite Estate, X-Rail 36 North Harwood. We're gonna have a big event with a bunch of red balloons when we go back into the property, into my allodial property that they tried to steal unlawfully and fraudulently through their hypothecated platform. And I know a lot of you want to know what happened on the 8th. I don't even want to talk about it right now. I really don't, because it's like, it was so. Can I tell y'all, when the wool or the clouds is taken out of your eyes, I got to get off this platform by at least 10 o'clock too, by the way. When the wool gets taken off when you are no longer blind and under mysticism, you see what's really going on. You absolutely positively see what's really going on. Because when I went to that venue, it was very, very retarded. I don't want to talk about it right now because I don't want to go down that rabbit hole. I'm just telling y'all. All I'm going to say is there was a female that was sitting on the so-called bench who didn't have the authority even within that jurisdiction to sit there. She didn't have the robe on or anything, and she wasn't one of the so-called listed administrators acting as judges on the so-called, she had no authority even within that platform, is what I'm saying. Because I've already leaned all 20 of those so-called administrators acting as judges, all 20 of them. I've leaned them. I sent them the quo warranto. I've sent them everything. They're already leaned, all those administrators, as well as all of the employees and the so-called the so-called attorneys who ain't supposed to be doing anything at Morocco, because we already gave them commands to cease and desist, as well as the Pope has given them commands to cease and desist. They were all lean. The district attorney's office and all of her little employees and agents and assigns were all lean. They all got that too. They all got that the day before. I made my special appearance to clear up the mistaken identity, because they don't have jurisdiction over us, and there's reasons they don't have jurisdiction over us. I'm going to read something to you that I sent to another hypothecator, because everybody is sitting here acting as if they can do these things, and because our people have been classifying in this way for such a long time, they still think that they have authority and they have positions to continue to do the fraud that they do, and they absolutely don't. And it's funny and it's interesting, because I'm looking for this email and I cannot find this email. It shouldn't be so hard to find. Is this it? No. Maybe it wasn't meant for me to say it to you guys. I'm looking for it. Wasn't that long ago. Let me see. Oh, here we go. All right. Because there's a lot of hypothecation going on. A lot of it. And these are the mantras. Just like Light Tajiri Bey, Vizier Mohammedan Judge always says, we start everything, every interaction, whether it's verbal or written, with this mantra. We have to know it so well that when we're saying it, we're not even paying attention to the words, because it's so embedded in us. Yes, she was a puppet. She probably was somebody's wife. They said, oh, she probably was somebody's wife, or one of those they just got somebody around there to sit here and keep playing this monkey pony show game. All right. And I'm not going, greetings. And you put their so-called names in caps, because they are under concentration, they're under colonialism. Not only that, because they're not themselves. They're hypothecating their own selves through these corporate wards, and they're trying to put their corporate business over top of you. So I said, I am Sharon Tracey Gale, in proprio persona, su juris, in proprio solo, in proprio Heredes, at all times and at all points in time. I am both aboriginal and indigenous to this land, North America, Northwest Africa. I am a descendant of the great pharaohs of Kemet and the Moabites and the Canaanites. I am exercising all of my rights and the rights of all of my heirs. You know who my heirs are, which are all three Moorish American nationals: Trayvon Richard Gale Bay, Valise Shayla Pitts Bay, and Decory Christopher Pitts L. at this time and at all points in time. Any directives by Children and Youth Services Corporation and its agents and principals are void ab initio, fraud, genocide, and human trafficking, and unlawful pursuant to Article 6 of the Treaty of Peace and Friendship 1786 and 1836 and the Constitution for the United States of America 1789 and 1791 and the Declaration of Independence of 1776. No United States citizens, that's everybody outside of their nationality and sovereignty, has personam jurisdiction over any Moorish American national. You are commanded to send me the contact information, including location, bar, and bond of the attorney firm corporations of Nikolai Olof and William Neal. Nothing in this correspondence or any other correspondence, verbal or written, shall be interpreted as consent to any jurisdiction that is not the jurisdiction of my ancient ancestral inherited state at any time. Pax et Amor, and I left it with this. Their lien is on their way. For all employees of these corporations that I've just named, who want to continue to hypothecate and claim a jurisdiction over me and my children who are Moorish American nationals, regardless of who you have contracts with that are wards of the state, your liens are coming. I'm going to err against saying your nom de guerres only because something's telling me not to say it yet. But you know exactly who I'm talking about, because I read that text message verbatim from who I sent it to. I've already challenge jurisdiction, I've already stood on in personam jurisdiction. You have no jurisdiction over me. You have no jurisdictions over my heirs. And you are going to be named, all you who I've spoken to are going to be named in this lien. It's already done. I just have to email it to you and send it out. Don't let anybody tell you that you cannot do exactly what you're doing with leaning these corporations. The only nationals that can do that are you Moorish Americans. Nobody else can. And that's why they're mad. And that's why they call you sovereign citizens. That's why they call you, oh, we don't recognize you, but the Declaration of Independence guarantees we can take everything from you because you pledged everything to us. I just saw that sign when I was walking somewhere. I was walking somewhere and I saw that sign where it said, I posted it. I posted it on social media, and I was like, "Look, they sit here and try to front like they don't know what time it is, and they want to continue to sit here and hypothecate every individual. I don't care who they are. I don't care if they're Asiatic or not. If they try to denationalize you by calling you Ms. Gale or Sharon T. Gale, and don't call you with your titles of nobility, lean them. We're past being polite. We're past being letting people to continue to sit here and spread Black Lives Matter, Black, Negro colored. You will no longer, I command you to never call me outside my title of nobility. And if you do, this is notice of intent. Notice that I'm going to lien you from the first mishap, the first error. So when you're talking to me, you talk to me in my nobility. Sharon, Tracey, Gale, Moorish American National, sovereigns in government, because the government is the government of the people. Of course they big mad because we woke up. They can no longer sit and eat off of you. When you go to the county offices that are located, that they are their so-called city halls, okay? They are so-called city halls. When you go to those places, all of the people that domicile or squat, let's say, all those people that squat in those areas, are hypothecating you. And they're all just, when they go home, they go play, and then they put on their little costumes, and they come in there and they play Consulate in those buildings. And they only can play Consulate in those buildings because you go in there seeking services. While you're seeking services and they're using your own wealth and resources to give you something you think you're getting, and you're absolutely getting nothing because they keeping it for themselves. So again, we're back on Front Street. We're back in business in Northeast. Please continue to send your nationality request to the mailing location that was put in this news feed. That is 444 East Township Line Road, Box 712, near Corporate District of Havertown, Pennsylvania, 19083, but we don't put zips. Islam, that's where you can send those. The email address is Moorishamericanconsulatene@gmail.com, Moorishamericanconsulatene@gmail.com for recordings. But make sure you send me a text message so I can kind of get, if you're still pending a request, or you're still pending something that you've sent, send me an email. Send me a text message with that information, 610-803-1170. Start the text message with your appellation, your contact information, and the request you're waiting for or you're following up on. Islam. Nationality identification cards will resume printing them next week. So any pending orders that I currently have, if you've already gotten your ID somewhere, please let me know and I will pull you out my pending pile. But as of right now, those people that are pending with me right now, we'll start processing and printing them out next week. Okay, so send me a text message and be like, yeah, I'm still pending, Sharon. This is Sharon Tracey Gale, Moorish American National, MAC number, blah, 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 blah. Say that, okay? And then I'll know, okay, you still pending. And if you've gotten yours already, let me know so I can take you off the list. What else? Sunday's class from 1:30 to 4:30 at the library, Havertown Free Library. And on second floor, if you're coming, second floor, we're going to be in the boardroom on the second floor. Make sure you print out all those documents for process of possession or revenuing of your Moorish estate. You're going to claim all your land. and they're going to pay. You're going to claim everything, and you're going to start sending them bills and lawful money, gold and silver, to remain in those homes. So if you don't want to necessarily evict them immediately, they're gonna pay, and they're gonna pay from when their ancestors came here, not from when you acquired it, you revenued it. You're going to send a bill from when their ancestors first came over here, and they gotta tell you that. When did your ancestors first come over to Morocco, which you think was the United States of America? Because y'all been here for a long period of time, and that bill, that tab started when you set foot at Morocco. It didn't start when I sent you a bill. And only I can send a bill lawfully. Learn the supreme laws of the land. The supreme laws of the land are the Declaration of Independence. That's where they pledged everything. That's why we can command them to get out of our domiciles. We command them to do our directives. And you will lean all the so-called sheriff's departments and the actual sheriffs, and you will request and you will command their documents validating all the so-called deputies they've deputized in writing. We're going to send those notifications out. I need to know all of the deputies, chief or otherwise, who you have commissioned to be a deputy under you, who is supposed to be the elected official. We need to see that documentation too. Not only that, you're going to uphold and you're going to protect the people, which are the Moorish American nationals. You are commanded as sheriffs acting in those capacities, whether they corporate or otherwise, to support, defend, and secure the people. And the people are the Americans, and the Americans are the copper-colored people found here before Columbus came, and those are, in their proper person, Moorish American nationals. Those you are commanded by Sharon, Tracey, Gale, Moorish American national, Vizier Mohammedan judge, to secure and defend and protect the people, because that is what you're commissioned to do, and I command you do it. And anybody and everybody that violates the laws of our land, we're leaning you. And if you don't have ancestral ties here, meaning Moorish American bloodline hereditaments and corporeal, meaning you are not one of us, we're going to deport you off the land. That's a command. So it is, so it is, so it is. Islam, Islam, Islam. Allah is the Father of the universe, the Father of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Allah is our protector, our guide, and our salvation by night and by day through his holy prophet, Noble Jew Ali. I am Sharon Tracey Gale, a Moorish American national, in Propria persona, su Juris, in Proprio solo, in Proprio Heredes, at all times and at all points in time. I am a descendant, like everyone else on this platform, of the great pharaohs of Kemet and the Moabites and the Canaanites. We the law, Moorish American nationals. We the government, Moorish American nationals. And we command all who are not within our bloodline to state their name and nationality for the record, on the record, without further comment. We command that. I command that, and so too do all of you. You do not have jurisdiction over us. You do not have jurisdiction over us. You do not have jurisdiction over us, and we command you set us free, all Moorish American nationals. We command you set us free, return our property, and cease and desist all actions against us, as you don't have in personam jurisdiction. You don't have any jurisdiction status here at Morocco. And we've already dissolved all of your corporate bonds, T-bonds, all of them, securities, every last thing. When we woke up, we already distinguished that. And when we activated the Moorish American Consulate, Consular Court, Article 3 jurisdiction adjudication, which we've been sending you notices of cease and desist consistently, we've been sending you that. You are commanded to cease and desist all actions. Every violation is going to be met with deportation. Not just you, the offending, you and your line, you and your entire family line is going with you. Think I'm playing. Ain't playing. This is our notice of intent to lien you if you do not do as commanded. This is our notice of intent to lien you if you do not do as commanded, and cease and desist all actions. Cease and desist all actions. Cease and desist all actions, as you don't have in personam jurisdiction. And all you Moors that are not declared and proclaimed, all you Moors that are not declared and proclaimed, get it done. I gave you the information. All of this information is in the file section of the group. All of it's there. Download it. Print it out. Sign it. If you don't have a witness around, or you open this your little camera and you sign it. You state your appellation for the record. You upload it to your YouTube channel and you send the link in when you send your documents for recording and seals. Many people are already doing that, but don't forget, on the information sheet that you get to, you fill it all out, and then if you don't have the witnesses, you make sure you put that link right there on the info sheet. Okay, the info sheet, the instructions to nationality, and the 2 lawful documentations. Islam? But I gotta go. So I'll see you on Sunday. Facebook Live, revenue of Moorish estates, claim your estates. Ride around to see what homes you like, what areas you like, because we're gonna claim complete areas, and we're just gonna move all those people out of those areas, and we're gonna move all our Moorish nationals in those areas, because we want all Moorish American nationals around us. So if you like the borough of Kenwood, I'm just using that as an example. It's a beautiful area, a lot of big, beautiful homes. Claim that whole area and record it, and then send a eviction notices. Give them 30 days. It's gonna take you 30 days to get it together. Give them 30 days to get it together. Even though they've been so ignorant and so unlawful, unruly, even though they've been that way, we don't have to be that way. We don't have to be that way. We are going to be on love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. You got 30 days. Once we get everything, all the notifications and administrative processes completed, you got 30 days to get out. I don't care where you go. Go squat somewhere else until you've done enough. Go. But if you want subject status comes with payment in lawful currency, and it comes with giving back everything you stole. That's what comes with. It don't come with you just getting, you just signing some documents and all of a sudden you protect it. No, you gotta get back everything you stole, and you know exactly what that is. You can't continue to violate, because you gotta repatriate, not use that terminology. You gotta stand on those supreme laws, and then eventually you're gonna get moved somewhere else. That's just what I'm saying. Islam, y'all. Pax tomorrow. Tune in on Sunday. 2 classes on the process of possession of your Moorish estate, and guess what? It was the same process that they used. Yours is the difference between what they did and what you did is you're in your nobility. You are the sovereign, so nobody's claim can refute your claim as a sovereign. You're the sovereign. Nobody else. That's why they do so much propaganda, pissing you off, with talking about sovereign citizens movements, and that's probably why the so-called Albions even started that sovereign citizens movement like 10 years ago, so they could circumvent you. So they start everything when they know, because they know our sciences. They start everything before we started, right? Because they have all of our information while they denationalize and teach us the Christian Black Codes education system. So they knew that you were going to wake up in your sovereign capacity. That's why they had to try to dirty up and muddy up that word sovereignty. But sovereignty is within you. You talk about it and be proud about it. I'm a sovereign. Who are you? Speak your name. I command you to speak your name. What's your nationality? Just like the so-called district attorney of Delaware County, Pennsylvania Corporation. She's from, where was she from? Robin, I forgot what she said. But she was from another country. How is she the district attorney upholding laws? And then they had a nerve to say she's a U.S. citizen. Those don't exist. The people you are supposed to be protecting are the Moorish American nationals. We command you to get in alignment, or we command other things. We're going to let the ancestors do away with you. Islam, yup. The process, like I said, I don't want to go through the process now because I'm like late as heck. I got to get off this platform. Pax more. As always, please continue to pour in until we are completely established back into my domicile, and as well as the Moorish American Consulate head, which is 1111 Sharon Moabite Estate. Northeast Amexem, Morocco, and to follow the geographical coordinations. Once I get them memorized, I'll be able to say those as well, which is XREL 36 North Hartwood. So please continue to pour in and assist this government in standing up our sovereignty and regaining access to our resources and wealth. We're like right there. I just want y'all to know we like right there. We right there already. We already right there. We already there. We already won. All you gotta do is claim what it is that you want. Again, the PayPal is, you can either use my email address, Sharon T. Gale, that's SharonTGale for PayPal, to send it PayPal, or you can do the PayPal link, which is paypal.me/Ruth This is also in the announcement section of the Facebook group, which is the Northeast Facebook group. In addition to that, you can either use Cash App, which is very, very simple, which is cash.me/$MAC Northeast. Again, I'll put this in the comment section, so please pour in, because there was a hefty donation by Kenneth L. Bay, who we greatly want to thank and give big ups to for putting the majority of the finances for the ID maker, because we're still commanding that Michael Donahue under the direction of Jerry Saunders, sheriff, to provide us with the so-called warrant that was received, where they seized up my actual machine that I had to produce a Lodial national identification cards, in addition with my 3 cell phones, my laptop, and a couple of other items. I'm still waiting for to come back, and I have to actually call him on Monday morning or go see him on Monday morning to see if he had made any progress in the commands that was given to him when I was there on the 8th. On a special appearance to clear up the mistaken identity, that they know that Dawn Ward is not you and you are not that. Islam, Pax Tamor, peace and love.